it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Trojans offense will go on the attack first. These guys played a terrific game a year ago, final Saturday of the regular season. Close through halftime, tied at 14. But the Fighting Irish showed why they were bound for the national championship game and took home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat in capturing the shillelagh in the second half.
They took the shillelagh. Yeah, it was 14-14 at half. It was a really good football game, and then Notre Dame's defense just takes over. They scored 14 points, 100-yard interception return, 99-yard interception return. This kind of punched their ticket, Jesse, for the college football playoffs.
And it was Notre Dame being Notre Dame. You mentioned their defense. They also ran the ball extremely well. Jadarian Price, Jeremiah Love, both had huge games on the ground, so able to control the football. You know, that's going to be a big key for Marcus Freeman's squad in this one, with a jeweled shillelagh up for grabs.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. Makes a man miss. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Carr. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Larry! Once he got some room, it was over.
That touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. Wide open spaces. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Looking back to last year, the Trojans made a mid-season quarterback change. You might expect that, trying to live up to what Caleb Williams was able to do, but Jaden Maiava certainly finished strong, Jesse.
Yeah, the UNLV transfer looked really, really good, especially at the end of the year. You know, with Lincoln Riley, one of the great QB whisperers in recent college football memory. If you're locked in and you're playing and you're seeing the field the way Lincoln Riley is seeing it and calling it, this offense is going to be unstoppable. If he does that, he's going to put up Heisman numbers.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Maiava. Right on the money. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Lane. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Gonna let it fly. It's complete. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, you saw him there, shot out of a cannon. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand the circumstances, right? Like the red zone situations, I got to be able to come out of that defensive backfield and play the run game, and he did quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked.
field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in second and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Rushes on him. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Here's the heat. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 4. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. He tries to take the top off. He's got it up to 25. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for the 2-minute timeout. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And as we get deep in this 1st half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Looking to get it in. Touchdown USC. A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking for a man, it's Carr. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it inside the 15. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Fires to the big fella.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Still on his feet at the 40. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Lane. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll run play action. Fires one high and deep. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but he was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lemon. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Right down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting a sack. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, the jeweled shillelagh on the line, and already USC and Notre Dame has given us some impressive moments. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between USC and Notre Dame plays out.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air on first down. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Now on first down from the 28. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Off the play fake. Going downfield for the big play. Brings it in down the left side. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Look out, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Tight end finds a soft spot. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Now the play fake. He caught it. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line.
You got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. He does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Play number 10 on this drive in his 3rd and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Mayava. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
Well, this is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and lead the clock.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Hines is tight end. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Trojans are rolling down the field. Gets it to him on the screen. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Going up top again. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
The Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Trojans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
First part of the equation complete with the touchdown. Now the 2-point try if you want to make the deficit just a field goal. To the air, it's Mayava. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a gap. It's Love. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the 1st down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat, the Jewel Shillelagh. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
It's the kind of matchup that makes college football so great. A bitter rivalry game, a long history of classic games, and a lot of bad blood. Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, the legendary home of the Fighting Irish. As we'll see the number 16 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Notre Dame will kick it off to get us underway. Return starts from inside the 5. So Michigan's offense comes on the field first today. Last time these teams played, Wolverines put on a clinic and dominated. That game is about as sweet as it gets for Michigan fans and knock off their Midwestern rival.
Yeah, and I think predictability really hurt them in this last meeting. It's been a while, but you can always circle back to the old film and see when you're mixing the run with a pass effectively, it's going to be a more efficient offense and lead you to a win. That's how you defend the option. Take the quarterback away and then use your speed to bring the pitch back down.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
That's caught. It's Moore. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, that's not going to be enough for the first down. I guess the only positive takeaway is it does give their punter a little bit more room now to be able to get this punt off safely.
The Wolverines will send their punt team onto the field. Gets the kick away from his own end zone. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So Notre Dame's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. And Kirk, this is going to be fun. One of the best edge matchups we're going to see all season long. Elite wide receiver, elite corner, both competitive guys ready to go at each other.
And you know this corner, we had a chance to visit with him this week. He wants to be on an island against one of the best receivers in the country. And he's going to get that chance today to have a chance to showcase that he, in fact, is the top corner in college football.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Carr. Grab down the middle. It's Fields. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Third down upcoming after that completion. Out of the gun now on third down. Caught through the sticks. It's Fields. That play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Running back has it on a screen now. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but we stop short of the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
That completion makes it second and medium. Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Love. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
That short completion sets up a third down play. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And the punt team now on to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. And the kick angles out of bounds, so no return possible here. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. And looking to throw now on first down. He's running out of time here. Swarmed by the pass rush, a sack.
When the defense took the field, they mean business. First play of the drive, getting after the quarterback for a huge sack and getting him behind the chains. Love to see it.
After the first down loss, it's second and long from the 17. Out left, complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this third and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here or they're going to settle out and bring the pressure.
Third down play for this offense. Out of the gun now on third down. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Oh, he makes the catch. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Second down now after the sack. Grab down the middle. It's Klein. And they've got him.
Great execution on the RPO. The quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind him for some great yards.
He'll drop back here on third down. Caught over the middle. It's McCulley. They move the ball across midfield and set up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the slant route is already a difficult pass to defend in man coverage, but especially against a receiver like that. Man, good luck. Big receiver, they can use their body to shield the defensive back from the ball if it's placed correctly by the quarterback.
The back's got it. Tackle made at the 36. It'll be first down. This offense in good position here.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Looking to throw it on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Hansen.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback, hits the safety valve that time, the big tight end. That'll bring up a second and manageable here for this offense.
Pass caught, second down now. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The offense now operating in empty. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. And the Wolverines line up with a 1st and goal. Looking to pass this time. Bringing pressure. And he's got it! Touchdown, Michigan! Wow, that is an impressive start, Kirk. In an emotional game like this, to be so efficient, to click like that early is impressive.
Well, it's very impressive and a great way to start for this team because all the build-up and all the hype, now you can just settle in and play your game.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pauling. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. Looking for some space. It's low. And he'll pick up the first down. Stopped at the 27.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Pressure is coming. Oh, what a grab! He has 1st down yardage at the 46.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
There's a nice play by this defense. After giving up a huge gain, they're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
Pulls it in. It's Pauling. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
So to avoid another punt here in the second drive, they got to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Out of pass home. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Punt team ready to boot it away. Fair catch made at the 20. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. On the run here, taking a deep shot. And it's hauled in way downfield. The senior makes an excellent catch there and is brought down.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. The pocket breaking down. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10 from the 45. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The pass rush closing in. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. The short hands. It's Simpson. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Great job by this defense of tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the first down marker, and a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Fellas, the Michigan-Notre Dame rivalry is among the most bitter in football, and so far today, these two have really butted heads. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the fight between Michigan and Notre Dame plays out.
Wolverines will kick this away to start the second half. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. To the air, it's Carr. Running back grabs it on a screen. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
2nd down play coming up. Ball handed off. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. First and 10 play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Grab behind the line, it's low. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Kirk, all these players aware, if you can make your mark, if you can make a special moment, this kind of rivalry game, that's just remembered forever.
Chris, that's so true. I mean, I played in an Ohio State-Michigan rivalry, and unfortunately, Desmond Howard had his moment where he returned the punt. We're still talking about the pose. So it's a huge opportunity for these players, but I also think the players that press, the players...
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. They got him again. He's like a statue back there.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
The punt team making their way on the field.
On to punt it away.
And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And now the first play of this drive will set up at the 37. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they'll bring him down. The defense walk through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to see a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that first down marker. Instead, we got a 4th down decision.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. He'll field the punt. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And the one moves the ball over the 33.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll feed the back again. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Scanning the field. It's Carr. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
2nd down after that short completion. Play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
What a great throw here, and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. And Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they've got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
And that's a solid game before the defense able to bring him down. So, Kirk, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. They'll hand it off. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. It's a shotgun run call. Stopped right there at the line for no gain.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
Quick throw caught on the left side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the fourth quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush. But give the defense all the credit. Recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
To throw, it's Carr. Running out of time in the pocket. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, let's give credit to this defense for having all the answers on that one. Skill guys covered in nickel. Quarterback accounted for and stopped before reaching the marker. That's great coordination and togetherness from this defensive unit.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now. First down, looking to throw the football. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. Leaning on the run game here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Positive yards are always important for offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continually keep the ball in bounds.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And now the first play of this drive will begin at the 36. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Juked one tackler and picks up first team yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
To the air, it's Carr. Short pass finds the tight end.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. The final 2 minutes here. This defense trying to hang on. The offense trying to make a play to win it. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Looking to pass here on second down. Over the middle. It's low. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to chuck it again. He's running out of time here. Grab behind the line. It's low. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Ooh, that's not good. They didn't move the football an inch. And more importantly, look at the precious time that's ticking off this clock. They better pick up the pace if they're going to win this game.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? They desperately need it. Quick completion to the tight end. Scooped up for the defense. It's a fumble. But a dream finish for this defense. Take the ball away. Crush any chance of a comeback. Now you can just kneel down and secure the win. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Well, the experts will say, Kirk, this was an upset, and it felt like a really even matchup. Two quality teams battling right down to the end. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, what a game. This is really what you love about college football. Good against good. Find out who ends up having the upper hand at the end of the day. This is a great victory for this ball club. Let's see what they do after this win.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, East Lansing, home of the Michigan State Spartans, where the fans have been ready for hours in anticipation of this big one we have coming up. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications of plenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the USC Trojans taking on the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Spartans will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So USC's offense will have the football first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, And both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could turn to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. And one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Spartans offense will go to work for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Caught behind the line. It's Jordan. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lemon. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
party and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Lemon. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
And the Trojans with a long
Offense.
that's caught. It's Straka. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there.